So much wrestling going on. Bo and Uncle Peter are here to help. Now listen up.
Wrestling News, Episode 50, Escape to Coffin Acres.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting edition of Comic Book Man's Video Outhouse. I am, of course, your humble host, Uncle Peter, and joining me, as he always does for this crap, is our Minister of Disinformation,
Bo.
Bo, that's right. And if it's us, that means only one thing. WWE News or the coming apocalypse. Which, after you hear these stories,
In the middle.
you might find it somewhere in the middle. And we're bringing this to you from where we always do. Alternate Reality Incorporated, the comic book mega store next to the corner of 111th and Kedzie. I'm trying to get into a cadence here in the beautiful Mount Greenwood neighborhood of Chicago. Alternate Reality Incorporated, where all your new titles are at 15% off. He'll just keep doing it until you buy them out.
Sell it, boys, sell it!
Sell, we're working for you, man. Alternate Reality Incorporated, come on down and buy all the stuff he's got. He's got a little girl to raise. And somebody who's not a particularly little girl, I don't think they built him this big. I'm kind of excited to hear this one, too. A diva who's taller than me, and much taller by the looks of things. Why don't you tell them all about this, Amazon?
Season 3 of NXT debuted on the Tuesday before we taped this. Season 2 ended a week before.
Yes.
And they showed the divas that are going to, because this is an all diva season.
All diva
5
season,
of them.
yes.
There was a really tall blonde back in the background who
Yes.
towered over everyone.
Kind of holding up the ceiling, as
Her
it
name
were.
happens to be Aloysia. She is legitimately 6'9". She was
9,
pulled
I'm
from-
in love.
She was pulled from the 3rd season of NXT because she took what could be considered erotic pictures before
Oh,
she signed with the WWE.
this gets better and better.
And I've seen the pictures, and they really aren't that erotic.
Oh, well.
But
Just
she
crush my fantasy.
But she's 6'9". It's really, and she's got fake big boobs. Too.
Oh, cool. I got to check these out.
So she was pulled. It was a storyline reason she was, and she also they only signed her 2 weeks ago, so
Right.
she wasn't very good in the ring either.
Well, 6'9", you're kind of lumbering.
Right. So she was lumbering. She's taller than Big Show.
Hey, Andre the Giant didn't move like a ballerina.
He
at
did
any
in
point.
his younger
he did.
years.
He was like
Well,
in
yeah,
his
man,
younger
he was-
years.
he was a tip dancer.
And I got to tell you, the Big Show, back when he was the Giant in the WCW,
He was lighter than Steve.
he used to be doing those backflips up to his feet.
He can still do them.
Uh,
No one will take the move, but he still.
It sets off graphs in Cal Polytechnic, but the last time he did it, New Zealand split apart.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
Now the thing you need to know about NXT, the first episode they said, on this long season, the long season of NXT season 3
Yes.
ends on October the 1st. That's when the show's off the air.
Right.
It's a 5-week season. It's
Okay.
not going on past that point.
wow, a lot of
NXT
faith they got in that,
Well,
don't
no,
they?
Sci-Fi basically said we're
that's
going to do
crazy.
we're going to do SmackDown on October 1st.
Right.
That will be the last episode of NXT. They're
Right,
trying
right.
to find a new home for it, but nobody seems to want it. The show could end up on WG in America, which is basically pointless.
Yeah, well, that's where shows
Oh, they're
go
also
to die.
saying the winner will get a championship match, but they're not saying the person will get cut because all these girls are going to end up on the roster anyway.
Yes, anytime you can trot out some TNA and the WWE, you're going to go for it.
The women are actually kind of hot.
That Vince and his creativity, which I guess is being boosted from a really, really unlikely source.
I'm shocked.
Oh, shocked!
Oh, my.
Shocked to discover gambling in the back. Who's his new help with the creativity? Creativity.
There's a hot rumor that Triple H is actually getting an office set up inside
Office?
WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, because he will be listed as Vince's creative advisor. He was doing it off the books anyway, but now it's going to be official.
And what was his previous title before creative advisor?
Brother-in-law, son-in-law.
Son-in-law. Shocked.
Married to Stephanie, who,
I'm
by the way,
shocked.
had her 3rd kid, so they got 3.
Soon everyone will be spitting soda like volcanoes.
Here's your winnings, Inspector. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, God,
Shut up.
boy, oh, boy. Something that might be a little bit of a surprise. WWE, they're streamlining, they're trimlining, they're doing what with their championship belts?
They did this a couple years ago because you get the people on Raw, you get the people on SmackDown.
Right.
2 different belts, basically two different factions.
Which could be confusing.
They're going to unify all the belts by the time next WrestleMania rolls around. The main event for next year's WrestleMania will be WWE Championship World Title match, and it'll happen at WrestleMania. But you'll have one belt. You'll have one women's belt, one tag belt, one IC belt, and one title belt.
United States
And
Championship?
no, they got to get rid of that one.
Oh, they are.
It's going to be Intercontinental or nothing.
That was a sharp-looking belt.
United States Champion is a belt that only existed at WCW, and they're getting rid of it.
Ah.
By the way, the new tag team belt, the belt that they finally debuted,
Yes,
because they got the one thing.
Yes.
Those belts aren't new. Those belts were actually created 2 years ago, but they didn't use them back then because they were considered butt ugly.
So bring them back, of course.
And they're still butt ugly.
That's obvious, yes. Somebody who's not butt ugly, but apparently having a change of business plan, His Majesty the King. What's going on with Jerry, or not going on with Jerry?
Well, we told you a couple segments ago that they're going to have a Jerry Lawler deli in Memphis.
Yes, because he's a big name down there.
Lawler was going to be an investor in it, but now it's going to be called something else because the owner wanted to sell alcohol, and Lawler doesn't drink and has no interest in drinking, so he said, I can't put my name on anything
that sells
in which
booze.
Alcohol is being sold, and so
Right.
the guy who's owning it is calling it something else, but it'll still be in downtown Memphis near the train station. Apparently.
Well, okay, good luck to them, and well, King, you'll find another opportunity to make a few bucks.
Now,
Before
we go, we want
incoming news,
we want to wish
breaking
some well
news.
wishes. Scott Hall's recovering in rehab. Teddy Hart's recovering in rehab, and Sergeant Slaughter's recovering after having a little bit of a health issue after taping a WWE Legends show with JR. He thought he was having some heart issues, but he's
Palpitations.
fine now. He's fine just now.
Okay, well,
good wishes to Sergeant Slaughter.
Best wishes to all three. Get better soon, and that's going to wrap it up for us. Duck.
Excuse me, I'm going to rehab.
It's about time!
I hope you recover.
What he's going to rehab from, we can't tell you. Even on the internet,
No,
it's too naughty. But if you want to find out on our underground when we invent such a thing, it doesn't exist right now, so don't go looking for it. There's enough to find right here that this man scours the internet all the time looking to bring to you. And for those news,
a picture of Aloysia.
he's going to put a picture. I got to check this out, man. 6'9", blonde, big fake boobs. I'm there. That's like I said. That's going to wrap it up for us. I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Definitely Amtrak. But go to the website, which the Sprite is going to tell you right now.
Sheesh, we just bookmarked the page already? www.myalternatereality.com.
Thank you, Sarah, for bailing me out. All the movie news, comic book news, media news, all of that stuff. Until you come back and see us again, and Lord knows why you'd want to. This is Uncle Peter.
This is Bo.
Saying see ya.
Bye! The alternate reality hero of the month this month is Wolverine. That's right. The man who's the best he is at what he does is going to be 25% off all month long here at Alternate Reality. All of his soft covers, all of his hard covers, all of his essentials. Every Wolverine trade paperback in the place is 25% off all month long. And our Hero of the Week sale, which is every week, will feature Wolverine all month long. So there'll be a bunch of Wolverine comic books that'll be $1 each all month long here at Alternate Reality. So like Wolverine, we're the best we are at what we do, and that's save you money.